All Blacks versus Argentina. I can't wait, guys. Look, in this video, I'm going to cover firstly, or at the end, my predictions for the match, and then I'll cover a couple of key talking points that I think are absolutely crucial and will actually have a pretty big effect on the result of the first test in Wellington. All Blacks versus Argentina. Look, the first talking point I've got to mention is the physicality and the accuracy at the breakdown. Look, I think the team that wins the physicality and the breakdown area will probably win this match. Look, guys, I just look at both the test matches that the Argentinians have beaten the All Blacks at. And look, you look at that first one, the famous victory in Australia where the Pumas beat the All Blacks. And look, just on that day, it just sort of felt like it was one of those days where the Argentinians just sort of beat the All Blacks physically. They just seemed to have it over them at the breakdown. They got a number of really key turnovers at big moments where the All Blacks probably should have scored some points and they didn't. And ultimately, the Argentina won in the end. Obviously, on that day, Pablo Matera was famously quoted when there was a scuffle and he came in to back up his boys. He said, "I play for my country," to the ref, and the ref said to him, "But mate, you're captain," and he still said, "But I'm playing for my country." Look, it just showed on that day the physicality that the Argentinians really had and the passion they brought, and ultimately beat the All Blacks at the breakdown and physically. But again, you just look to that second test at Christchurch, and I think that was probably a bit of a repeat. It was just one of those days where the All Blacks just couldn't really get over the advantage line. They couldn't really beat the Argentinians physically, and they could have lost that breakdown battle against them. A number of key turnovers again on attacking plays where they shouldn't have lost the breakdown. So, and again, obviously, a good famous win to the Argentinians. So that'll be absolutely crucial in this game. And a bit of a concern as an All Black supporter, Scott Barrett obviously out injured with a broken, damaged finger. Obviously, Artie Severe stepping in as All Blacks captain, but that creates a real opportunity for that real firepower in that Argentinian loose forward trio. Pablo Matera and Marcus Clemmer. Look, those guys are both so dangerous at the breakdown and so physical on defense. And yeah, they could really be quite dangerous against that All Black side, couldn't they, guys? Let me know your thoughts on this, though, anyway. I think if you do look at the areas of previous games where the All Blacks have been able to sort of exploit the Argentinian side, though, you look at that game last year in Mendoza, and I sort of thought there was two big areas that the All Blacks tested the Pumas really at. The first was they sort of got their short passing game going, didn't they, really well, guys? Half back to the first receiver, and he'd sort of do a short ball to a person running a line, or do an inside ball. And there was a number of plays like that with just good specific lines, testing that short defense of the Argentinians. In that day, look, they were able to sort of expose them and create a few gaps in that short sort of area, which obviously scored a couple of tries. But also what it did was it narrowed the Argentinian defence and created space out wide. So I think if they can create a bit of space out wide and test them in that short sort of area, I think the All Blacks can expose them. Guys, let me know your thoughts on the back three, but for me, I think it's going to be Will Jordan, Mark Talia and Bowden at fullback for the All Blacks in this test. And without a doubt, the three of them can really do some damage against that Argentinian side with some space. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. And then you combine that with some potentially crossfield kicks or some little chip kicks by Damien McKenzie. I think there's some danger there against the Argentinians anyway. Guys, players for me that are going to be absolutely crucial for the All Blacks. Look, firstly, Artie Severe. So, look, he's got some big shoes to fill, hasn't he, in this match? Look, he needs to bring that physicality that he's brought in previous test matches. Without Scott Barrett there, he's going to need some powerful ball carries. He's going to need to lead that team really well and do some good work at the breakdown and Yeah, and just overall, Damien McKenzie, look, his kicking must be on point. He's gonna need to be accurate and decisive with his game management when they're executing plays. You know, Test match football is tight. If Damien McKenzie has, say, one or two plays that don't get executed well and we don't score from them, that could be the result to the Pumas. So he'll have to be accurate on attack and leading that back line. Obviously, with Scott Barrett out, I think that probably Patrick Tuipulotu will be one of the starting locks anyway. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. But again, that'll mean that Tuipulotu will need to step into a leadership position in that line out. So a big opportunity for him, but certainly they'll need to get that line out right, because if they don't get the line out right and the set piece going, that's going to create some real challenges against this Argentinian side. So no doubt Jason Ryan, as coach, will be really hammering this week with their line out, but a real good opportunity for him. Guys, finally, my prediction for the match. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be closer than people probably think, but I still think that the All Blacks at home in Wellington, the firepower they have in the backs, and probably, hopefully, there's some lessons learned from previous years against this Argentinian side. I'm going to go a close win, a 5 to 10 point win to the All Blacks, but it will be close. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this upcoming match. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and add any further comments you think about this match coming up. Cheers.